Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to the Married to Sports podcast. With me, as always, I have Hot Rod, and I told y'all yesterday we got Coach Bacon today. What's up, Coach? Oh, just another day. I'm so
Yo, what's
excited. I
going
start my
on?
first baseball practice today. I know you started yours yesterday. Please tell us a little bit how it went. How was it? How did it feel being back? What y'all do?
Yeah, no, we started on Tuesday, and it's been good. I mean, we're just like with me and the pitchers are just getting up on the mound and going through what we need to go through. Play here in what 16 days. So, um, with weather coming in this weekend, we're kind of drinking through a fire hose this week. Some long days, I think yesterday we were 4 or 5 hours out there plus weight room stuff. So it's just long days for our guys getting amped up, ready to go. But man, the energy's been great, and it's been really good to have them back. So
So, where's your first game when you go? Are you on the
at
road
home,
at home?
I think our first
Nice.
11 are at home. So
I can't math good.
I don't know. I can't math good.
So Oklahoma
Um,
education.
yeah. So and then our first road games in Conway at Hendricks, and so that's only like 45 minutes away. So we're at home. We're
That's
we're in
what's
the state
up.
of Arkansas for quite a while here.
It's nice when you have to travel or you don't have to travel far. Being real, I mean, it's nice to go down there, do your job, and come back.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of like the long. I kind of like the longer road trips too. I don't know. It doesn't. Neither really affects me. Like I've been doing it so long that it just kind of is like it. You prepare differently. Like if you're on the have long road trips or short
Yeah,
ones, and you just kind of
no,
have your rhythms and
absolutely.
you know what to do.
So, Coach, I'm gonna do something I've only done for 2 innings in my entire life. I'm gonna try to pitch this year. Give me some tips.
The, the first
Dude,
real
I only
tip is
got three
don't blow
pitches.
out your arm.
Slow, slow, and slower.
Nah, dude, you only
No, I'm just kidding.
got slow and
No,
slower.
I got a couple. I throw a
No,
nasty
I mean,
splitter.
I think you get to go do it.
Do what, Coach?
Nasty splitter, nice. Yeah, that one's not like if you know how to throw the splitter, it's not like you just let it rip, dude. You don't have to think about it.
I really do only have
Um,
three pitches. I got a fastball, I got a
so
slider, and I got a
yeah,
splitter.
So, which is your more
yeah. I
dominant
mean,
pitch,
you know,
Greg?
I use my fastball a lot. I
Which
try
is
to
your
paint the
most
corners. I'm a Rembrandt. Try to hit it back door with a slider. That's it.
Bobby Ross, baby, paint a
That's
happy
it.
tree.
Um,
so for both of y'all? When you have a dominant pitch, fastball like your first pitch, is it more wear and tear on the arm, or is it using all three pitches?
Um, I mean, I think like wear and tear on the arm is just so dependent on what the rest of the body's doing and where you're at, in terms of like strength and conditioning and just like yeah, the wear and tear on the arm, the motion itself does it, but like the movement patterns prior to are going to dictate like how much extra force is being put on there. So I don't know. Like our number one is a guy who can like go 30, 130 deep every time and be fine. And I've got guys that after 40 pitches, they hurt for like 3 or 4 days, and it's so individual based and where they're at and this, you know, in
Based on what you
their
said right there,
strength
that's
and
been one thing that's got
movements.
me nervous
So
going in this because I know I could have been that 130 guy and been fine, but 20 years later, coach, I didn't even run, I didn't lift, I stretched and I was sore for 3 days, and I'm like, oh man, this is gonna be bad starting off. So yeah, this is gonna be interesting to say the least.
yeah,
It's just
you'll
an
be all
old
Well,
right.
age, Brandon. You're gonna have to get used to it.
man, we need to go play
That's
one
how I
time.
feel after I play golf. So I get it.
Um,
I'm in when I have
well,
time.
you didn't have
Last
any
year I
time
didn't play
last year.
hardly at
All the
all.
good time you used on the road, probably.
Dude, I just yeah, a couple years ago I played a ton. I made a concerted effort attempting to get down my handicap down, and just haven't the last couple. I think it's the kids more than when you have more kids, you kind of get
Oh,
the
absolutely,
the free time. The free
absolutely.
time shrinks.
My son's getting close. He's getting close to big enough. We're almost there. Couple more years.
Yep,
2 more years.
2 more. Yep. Yeah, well, it's like right now, man. Like on top of our stuff here, I've got basketball, gymnastics, karate,
Oh,
and
I
it's
bet.
just every night there's something going on. Yeah. So, and then on top
They're
of
they.
that, like they always want to do stuff at the house too. So it's like I'd rather give them
I
the
know
time.
that's right.
I can play golf when I'm 55 and they're out
Try
of
to
the
make the
house.
senior tour. That's my goal,
Yeah,
man. Hey, so
better start working.
I had my very first round of golf I ever played. I shot a 93, and I was told that was really good. I felt horrible about myself, but got to the clubhouse and everybody's cheering me on, and I'm like, well, that's freaking horrible. They're like, no, the average golfer shoots 100, whatever. I'm actually down in the 80s now, so
Yep.
if I keep going with no lessons,
Are
I
you?
just need somebody to sponsor me 1 year, give me 60,000, so I can maintain my family for a year, pay my club fee. Listen, and hand to God, I will practice 10 hours a day.
Well,
Oh
you
man.
might be able to make the senior tour
Give me ten
by the
hours a
time all
day,
that happens,
bro. I'll
Brandon.
make it next year. 10 hours a day,
I might make it
seven
next
days a
year.
week. I got you.
That's fun.
We'll do the podcast when I'm done.
Oh man. I don't know, man. I don't know if you know. I don't know if you know what you're saying, Brandon.
I'm like that.
I don't know. That's a tall task. That hit a
But if
draw,
I'm
hit a
practicing ten
fade, hit a
hours a day,
cut, low flight
oh
it,
yeah,
high flight it.
I'll be able to do all that with any club.
With any club.
Just, just remember this.
Yeah, but then
Hey,
you got to do it when the money's on
I'm
the table.
clutch.
That's a whole different game too.
I thrive in that moment. I'm him. That's
Thrive
right.
in that
Just remember
environment.
the slice. Remember the slice don't pay the bills,
I know I
Brandon.
look small, but don't tell me that. Don't tell my brain that.
Slope's a lot different than Broken Arrow.
Hey, hold on.
Broken Arrow
I played at a really nice
Municipal.
golf course. Thank you. Battle Creek was very, very nice. Battle
Oh,
Creek is a very nice golf course.
where do you play at?
Battle Creek's very nice. I like
I
it.
played Battle Creek before.
I had my wife bought me a membership
Played
there for
down
a while.
there.
We had a membership for like a year and a half. Then we moved to
Yeah.
Oklahoma City. But anyway, back, back to football. So we haven't got to talk
Really?
about your Bears. Um, and I honestly felt like it was coming. Well, one of Rams were my Super Bowl
Yep.
picks. So I kind of needed that to happen, but at the same time, I kind of want the fan in me was kind of cheering Caleb Williams on, especially seeing his first year with Matt Eberflus. Um, but what really told me that the Bears were going to lose that game was Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams at the podium after they beat Green Bay. It felt to me like that was their Super Bowl. Like that was all that they had set out to accomplish.
I don't know if I agree with that. I think they just held the best offense in the league down for 4 quarters and 17 points, and they give up a field goal there in overtime. And they held down the best receiver in the league. I think what do you have, like 41 yards at the end of regulation or something like that. Like I don't know the
Something
exact
to
number,
that effect.
but yeah, I wouldn't say that, Brandon. I think they just, you know, I think when you live aggressively, it gets you to some really good spots, and when you live aggressively, sometimes it'll cost you. But the same thing can be said about playing traditionally, right? Because the Bears have
Right.
fourth and goal twice, and if they kick 2 field goals, they win the game early. And so, but if they score 2 touchdowns there, they're handily in control. So, like, it's one of those deals that, like, I wouldn't say that they felt like they were, they'd won their Super Bowl. I think there's a heck of a football game that broke out at Soldier Field, and somebody had to lose. And unfortunately, it was the Bears. I think the bigger thing is, like, if that was their Super Bowl, Caleb Williams doesn't make an elite play, an all time level play at the end of regulation to tie it up.
Now that play was just unbelievable. I mean, that what was more impressive was that throw. I mean, that throw beat
Yep.
the rest. That was the most impressive part of that play.
Back to back weeks, the
Absolutely,
throw
he's
of the
got
year in the
talent.
NFL. His 4th and 9 against the Packers, and then that one. I mean, like, well, and the thing is, he's been doing it right. Like, not to rub salt in your wound, but he did it against Texas. His first game in
I
college
know.
football,
I really
he
that
led an
moment.
incredible comeback, and he did it at USC. At 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 times, he didn't have defense for him, but that's Lincoln Riley's mo. Like, not to have a defense. Um, and so I will say, as a Bears fan, man, I am so excited about the organization. Next year's a new year. There's going to be a lot of moves made. There's going to be a lot of cap freed up and things change. I think they sit like at 30 million in free cap right now, and they'll maneuver and do what everybody does to get some more. And but I think what's been proven is that Ryan Poles is probably a top 8 GM in the NFL, and Ben Johnson and his for all the praise he's got, he's only going to get better at being a head coach, right? Like, that's year one. And Caleb Williams is only in year 2, and Luther Burton's only in year 1, and Roma Dunza is only in year 2, and Colson Loveland's only in year 1.
And
Like,
Cole commits in what?
because that
Cole commits in what,
uh
year three?
Yeah, he's a little older,
no
but he's still got some
6.
time left.
I, I,
Yeah, because he
Yeah,
got
but
an
I think you got an
extension.
extension
that's
early.
right.
So
All right.
they so I mean, I think, like, I think what you're seeing, though, I think the power shift, right? Like, there's ebbs and flows to this. For the last 6 years, I think maybe even a little bit longer with the Patriots. Like, you look at, like, really the last decade has been owned by the AFC, and I think you're seeing a paradigm shift to the NFC. Like, with what in for now, that could change, right? Like, but I think undoubtedly, like, without question, Caleb Williams and Drake May are
Yeah.
going to be a problem in the NFL for a long time. And the Bears have their quarterback that they're probably going to have for the next 12 years, 15 years. And for me as a Bears fan, that's very encouraging
Now
because we
let's talk
haven't
about this for
had
just a
that.
second because you kind of mentioned the Patriots. Uh, Drake May, Bo Nix, Caleb Williams. They all came in the same year, right? Obviously, Drake May
Yep,
and Bo Nix are
same
playing right
class.
now to go to the championship game. Well, Bo Nix won't be playing this week.
Bonus
He'll be
will
Well,
sitting
Bo
be
on the
Nix
bench.
playing
isn't
this
playing.
week, but
That is unfortunate. How important? I feel like the Chicago Bears are the Washington Commanders.
I don't know if I'd agree with you on that. I think what you're seeing is that the Bears, because the Bears are young and the Commanders are old.
with
They
a
have
young
been old.
quarterback.
Yeah. I mean, you look at the Commanders, they went, I love Zach Ertz. He's an incredible player, but, that's your tight end, and he's 36. You look at their defense, it's old. They just grabbed old guys to, fill the gaps. Where, the oldest guy on the Bears offense is probably freaking DeAndre Swift.
And you say that the Commanders have one of the oldest offensive lines, do they not?
They do. So I mean, and you've got to look at where the Bears are at. Essentially, Dennis Allen band-aided a defense together, and he knew that was going to be the case because they told him hey, we're gonna put a band-aid on this because this year we're gonna really fortify the offense, and they did, and they're gonna address the defense now this year.
And Dennis Allen's one of the best D coordinators in the league. Let's be real.
Yep,
To do what he did with that team this year,
yep.
there were a couple games the Bears looked like they were going to get blown out because of the defense, but they ended up righting that ship within the game.
Well, the Packers game, right?
Right.
Week one of the playoffs, I'm sitting there going, we're about to get torched. And then they came out and they put the clamps down in the second half. So I mean, I could see where maybe that would I I don't know. I just if you look at roster makeup and where the Bears are at, I think they're probably going to make a move and get younger on defense through the draft. And it's they've got some decisions to make with Brisker and Nashawn Wright and Kevin Byard, and so it'll be interesting to see what they do. But I really think that for the next 5-7 years, the NFC North will probably run through Chicago because Green Bay just seems like they're disheveled. They're holding on tight. The wheels haven't came off, but it's not the same Green Bay. I'm really surprised they extended LaFleur.
You know, I had been saying on the podcast that I thought LaFleur was going to Atlanta, but Stefanski got that job, so I guess you're shaking your head. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I don't know. I always just I don't know the ins and outs of all of it, but if I'm sitting there, I I've got a Kirk Cousins that's probably going to be the quarterback to start the year. What a great opportunity to go get a guy who maybe hasn't had head coaching experience and have Kirk Cousins there on the offensive side to you know what you're getting,
You
I
draft a
guess.
quarterback.
So I don't
You
know.
draft another one. I mean, Michael Penix isn't going to work.
Well,
You
they
have to draft
have.
another one. But do you do
That's
it
the
this
problem.
draft?
No, nope, you don't. And so I don't know. It's just, yeah, I think you're in an interesting spot where everybody's hypercritical of situations too. I think the only move that's been made that I just like vehemently disagree with because I probably am old school is McDermott getting let go by the Bills. I just don't understand it. Like, what more do you want in Buffalo? You're in the playoffs every year.
You know what? You know what they want? They want that Super Bowl that's always eluded them.
Yeah, but you got to be in the playoffs to get
Oh, I
there.
agree, but I'm just making the point. I mean, at some point,
Yeah,
it's Super Bowl or bust, coach. You know that. You're a coach.
and apparently, I've like reading. It sounds like Josh Allen's not thrilled about
So
it.
speaking of Stefanski in Atlanta, sorry, I got the
All
whole
right.
the baseball team just text. Um, I'm the one that was coordinating practice. I apologize. Baker Mayfield. Did y'all see his latest tweet?
Oh, you're good.
No, I didn't.
Oh
Absolutely.
yeah, oh yeah, I love it. Baker is he is a legend, right? Like you know, I can't
He's
wait for
gonna have to
that
put
first
up.
one, Bucks and Falcons.
He's gonna have to put up both times he plays Atlanta. He did put the pressure on him, but I think he thrives under pressure. I think that he needed this chip on his shoulder. I think that's gonna help the Bucks going forward. But what do you? I heard because I happened to see it. I happened to see it, so I watched just a 30 or a minute and a half clip. I think it was Stephen A. Smith. Uh, what was said? Oh, it may not even been Stephen A. I may be misquoting that completely, but it was a 30-second clip, and it was Baker Mayfield, Kevin Stefanski. Kevin Stefanski did. Do you believe Kevin Stefanski reached out to Baker Mayfield, or why don't you think Kevin Stefanski reached out? And I think Kevin Stefanski was the one that wanted him gone. Why would he reach out?
Yeah,
They would be winning
which
in
I don't
Cleveland right now.
understand. Like, yeah, I've got I've got Baker bias, but like I don't understand. They go to the playoffs and he plays a whole year injured for you, and you ship him off. And then if you're Carolina, like what a disaster with Sam Darnold and him.
I agree. You don't have to
Y'all had
remind
both of
me.
them in the same year, and look what they're doing elsewhere.
Again, you don't have to remind me. Some ownerships play like this with their eyes closed. You know that, coach.
Yeah.
You've been in different
Oh yeah.
organizations. Am I wrong?
Oh yeah. I mean, it's you know, I think yeah, I think they're so quick to want a quick fix, right? And you
My
know,
son wants to go play.
it doesn't
My
make
son,
sense. But that's the
right?
NFL.
That part.
That's why some franchises never figure it out.
My son ever wants to go play for you. Hey, more power to him. My son ever wants to go play for Kevin Stefanski. I'm gonna slap him upside the head. I do not want him coaching Bijan Robinson. Oh, I'm so mad for my Texas boys.
Yeah, I mean it'll be interesting because like I think if you're Harbaugh, like right, like there's some coaches that are sitting there going, "Dang, I wish I would have
I
waited for
don't
the
know.
Bills
I like
job to come
Harbaugh in,
open."
in New York.
Wasn't wasn't Harbaugh trying to get out of that New York job, from what I heard?
I think that's the one he wanted. I think he likes Jackson Dart, and I think
I,
you know, but yeah, it's just interesting. Like what I didn't look the past few days. I've kind of been back drinking from a fire hose. Um, did Salah officially go to the Titans?
Yes, he did. How you feel about that?
I
really?
think I think that's a good move for him. I think I really think with the new stadium, I think the new stadium, you've got some opportunities, and I mean, we've talked about just their organizational structure some, but like for him, if he can go in there and make an elite defense, and it makes sense. And their defense isn't bad right now, so I think that's solid where he's probably looking at. Like, man, they're closer on defense. Um, so
All right, so
that's
go ahead,
let's
Ron.
roll with it.
The big thing that go ahead. I was going to say the big thing that dropped was
Hold on
Mike
before we move off of
McDaniel
that.
to the Chargers as a OC.
I think that's an incredible move. I think it's an incredible play by Mike
I can kind of
McDaniel's
see. I might agree with
All right,
you, may not.
so I
career
But
was
wise.
on the
going
Robert
with
Sala thing, I think the Tennessee was a horrible job for Robert Sala. I think Robert Sala absolutely deserves a head coaching job. But to go tie your name to that after you just got fired from the Jets, I know you did a great job over there in San Francisco, but if you fail again as a head coach, you're probably not going to get another shot. That I would not have tied my name to the Tennessee Titans.
Okay, but look at
South,
it. Like, what division do you feel like you could
NFC,
go
AFC East.
win in? Right? Like huh? I
AFC.
mean, of the jobs open, it's like, okay, do I want to go to Buffalo where I'm going to battle the Patriots? Do I want to go, to the NFC South? Like, and that's probably the other one,
Who do
right?
you know
Nobody's
better
taking real reins on that.
than the San Francisco 49ers that will be down there in Arizona? You have a head up
But or
on
do I want to go?
McDonald, who's a young coach. You've been in the league longer. You have Shanahan down there. Yeah, you're going to have to compete with him. That's going to be fun for you to go head to head with your co-partner. He's the offensive guru. You're the defensive guru. Why would you not take the Arizona
Yeah,
job?
but I see my path. I see my path to the playoffs being the easiest in that division, though. The Colts are a constant dumpster fire. Like the Texans seem to be, Jekyll and Hyde, right? Like they've won it, but like it's not like they were impressive by any stretch. And then you've got Jacksonville, who, Liam Cohen isn't getting as much love as Ben Johnson. He did a good job, but like you don't know. It's not like Trevor Lawrence has proven to be that
I
stable.
called Trevor Lawrence and Liam Cohen coming out winning that division preseason. I
So I
called
mean,
that.
I'm just sitting here going, yeah. Well, yeah, but there's no proof that that's always that's going to be consistent. Where if you're like you take the Cardinals job, like man, what the 49ers
Well, I'm
are,
going to say if you're going to pick a bad
You know what the
organization, why would you not
Seahawks are
and
compete with an
for the most part?
organizations you already know?
I mean, I go back to like I think he thought that was the
He
most
should have.
sound defensive structure available, and they wanted
I
him
think he should have
because
stayed
the
in San
Titans'
Fran
defense isn't
until
bad.
uh, a better head coaching job opened up.
Why? He's got no income tax in Tennessee.
But on that note, what if another job doesn't come open that fits you better than this job? I'm
Why
making a
not go to
point.
Buffalo?
No, it's true.
All right, so you want to? Let me ask you this. Let's play this game. You got
Look, I honestly liked him. I
Drake
liked him up
May
north. I thought there
in
was so
the
many problems up north. I
AFC.
really liked him in Cleveland. I thought Robert Sala belonged in Cleveland.
That's a bigger
Yeah,
dumpster
but could you
fire
imagine if they had a
ownership
defensive head
wise
coach
than
that
the
would actually
Titans,
like
though,
had a freaking
Brandon.
brain?
Well, you know what? Brain cells rub together all the time. You got ownership that has no brain cells. How are you going to expect the head coach to use the two brain cells he's got to make it work when you
If I'm
got
going to attach
ownership that don't?
myself to a bad organization, I mean, I don't. I hear your point about Tennessee and their defense. I mean, you're not attaching yourself to a bad defense. So I do understand that.
Yeah, I mean, and it's like Cam Ward's okay, and they're probably just going to go invest in the offense. Like, I mean, he's got to grow, and that's going to be a challenge. Um, I mean, I don't think there's jobs are open for reasons. Like the only job that I feel like the only two that I'm like, man, you could probably go win really quick at and whatever, like, are probably the Giants and Bills. Maybe the Steelers, depending on what they decide to do at quarterback, and if like Hayward comes back, if they, you know, I mean, the Ravens' job too, but I don't know if they fully know what they're doing over there. Like the Steelers and Ravens are in the hardest spots because when you get rid of somebody that's been there for 17, 18 years, like you want to talk about a vacuum of things happening on the backside.
All right, you say that, and I got a question for both of y'all. Who's under more pressure to get the head coaching job hire right, the Steelers or the Ravens?
Ravens. 100% the Ravens because you've got a guy at quarterback that his window's shrinking. The Steelers, you don't have a quarterback.
But the Steelers have only had three
Buddy, you're gonna
coaches
have to
in
get with
their
the times.
modern history. Think about that.
Right. 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 But the Steelers are going to be patient with that. Their ownership is patient.
Obviously,
The Ravens owners, like, I don't, yeah, I mean, whatever you want to say, but about Harbaugh and whatever's going on there, man, like, I just, yeah, I feel like that job has more pressure from ownership.
Brandon, you going that same way, or you
I'm
going
sorry, I
different?
missed it. I've got both coaches groups going off. I
I
apologize.
said, are you? I was, who do you think has under more pressure to get the head coaching job right, the Steelers or
Yeah, I think it's
Ravens?
absolutely the
You
Ravens,
going
and
same way as
coach
coach,
hit it
or
on the head. You have Lamar Jackson. Like the Steelers don't want to rebuild. You're not in a rebuilding phase. You just have a bunch of guys like T.J. Watt that's wasting away, Cam Hayward that's wasting away. But if these guys can um, pull it together, I don't. If Aaron Rodgers comes back another year, I just see a bunch of old guys trying to figure it out. I mean, the Steelers with Lamar Jackson, you've got to give him that window, and you've already signed him to that contract. You got to get the head coach right. You got to give him a chance to get to the Super Bowl. But I also like the idea of him going to the Raiders.
Lamar to the Raiders? That would be interesting.
I don't know. The Raiders are in a weird, like, I don't think they can absorb him and Gino's contract because then if you cut Gino, you're at dead money. You're going to have $75 million
Trade Max
at
Crosby and
quarterback
the number one pick.
with two guys. You can't absorb because they're going to have
Max
that dead cap
Crosby
money for 2
Yeah,
years though.
that's a 2 year hit.
for Max Crosby would open up a lot of that cap.
Even though
Not really because like
Oh,
you're
I don't know.
what's
I
he
don't have the
at
numbers in
like
front of me.
23 million AVV, like somewhere in there. Okay, so you open up 23 million, but still like 50% of your cap space will be taken up between Gino and Lamar.
I mean, I thought Gino was done. I thought he ended his contract.
He signed a three. He signed a 3-year deal with him.
but I think the way that 3 year deal worked, it was team friendly enough where you could get out after this year.
Can they?
I think so.
$37.5 million.
After,
Let's look it up.
18.5 is
but
guaranteed.
you gotta look at the guaranteed money. So
Yeah, 18 and a half next year.
They can
so
trade
they
him.
can cut him
You can find somebody to take Geno Smith.
probably.
Oh, Lamar's cap hit next year is 74.5
Yeah,
million.
and if he goes into free agency again, I said this on the podcast before. His estimated value is $75 million a year. Is he
You
worth it?
get rid of Lamar.
I don't think he
Right.
is.
You get Signetti and Mendoza. And Max Crosby.
No, if I'm the Raiders, the trade that like if I'm the Raiders and I really want to do a franchise, like actually care about the franchise and like build a roster and not just throw crap at the wall, dude, like man, trade the number one pick for to somebody like I don't know, whoever wants it, right? Like whoever's quarterback hungry. Then trade your second and third round pick to go get Sanders. Okay, so now you have a 4-year buffer on a really good rookie deal, not even a first round rookie deal, like a really good one, no cap space. And then you look at like somebody like the Bears, trade Crosby for the Bears first round and DJ Moore. So now you've got DJ and Brock and Genty, and the Bears have been rumored to be in that market for him. So, and then you get the Bears pick at 25. You get some offensive line help. And so you've got Bowers, DJ, Thornton, Tucker at wide receiver with Genty in the backfield. And then you just spend the rest on defense. And then you also have a ton of
Gotta
cap
run for
space.
somebody.
And you
Yeah.
keep Geno on the roster. Rod.
Uh,
But like, I guess like the Browns don't seem to be in love with Sanders. Who knows what's actually going on in the building? Or maybe
Right.
the Browns are in love with him and Stefanski wasn't. Whatever. But, you can get creative and do something like that. I just feel like NFL teams are too afraid to get creative like that sometimes, though. But like, look what the Bears did, and they got creative and fleeced the Panthers, and
y'all
here
always
we
say
are.
that. Thank you for reminding me. Every time I look at that trade, I just want to puke.
Hey, it'd be awesome. Like, I love DJ Moore, but if they trade DJ Moore for Max Crosby, like the Panthers will help the Bears again.
Yeah, really. It's a gift that keeps on giving. All right, so the top 5 NFL picks right now: Raiders number 1, Jets number 2,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Cardinals number 3, Titans number
Mm-hmm.
4, and Giants number 5.
Mm-hmm.
To me, two of those teams need, well, three of those top 5 need quarterback. You got the Raiders, you got the Jets, and the Cardinals.
But like, here's the thing: do the Raiders actually need a quarterback? If you can bring Geno back, do they actually need a quarterback, or do they evaluate and say next year's draft class is better? Let's
So
fortify.
what?
Let's create a roster that's better for that rookie. Like the Bears model, I know I'm biased, but the Bears model, what they did with like waiting a year for Caleb,
Okay,
has
the
been
the
worth
Bears
it.
thing was only worth it because the
I can
Panthers
agree.
pooped the bed and you got the number one pick. That was lucky as hell.
No, Lovey Smith came out of the grave and helped the Bears with the Texans and got us the second number one pick. But no, but it's still draft capital because like if you if you trade the one pick this year and you get an overhaul, like you can actually build a
I don't
roster.
disagree.
Their roster isn't good right now.
Here's here's what I would do if I were the Raiders. I would trade the first pick to the Giants. No, hear me out before you say no. At least top five is my point. Okay? And whatever the Giants need, they get. But I want a good offensive lineman. And that final kid out of Utah would be where I would go. Start in the trenches and then do what Coach said. You get more draft capital, you trade down, and you get a solid offensive lineman to help out in the trenches with
Why in the hell
either Gino or
would they
Shador.
jump? Why would the Giants trade up to get a lineman?
I'm not saying they would. Brandon. I'm not saying they would. I'm just picking a spot. Is what I'm doing. I'm not saying the Giants would do
For a
it.
lineman? Like
I'm
I appreciate the
saying
linemen
at that
because
spot
they help my running backs.
for a line.
But let's be real.
I mean, but that's all I'm saying. I wasn't saying the Giants would do it. I was just picking the spot that I would go down to because that final kid at Utah is going to be a
Man,
10 to 12
if the
year
Giants
guy.
GM did that, he'd be chilling with Nico, whatever his name was.
But you get my point, though. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah, no, you're just using them as a hypothetical, and I don't disagree with you. Like, if the Jets are behind you at 2 and they want Mendoza, freaking take them for all they're worth. Like, say, okay, man, yeah, we'll flop with you for your first this year, your second this year, Garrett Wilson, and your second and third next year.
With as many drops as Garrett Wilson's had, I don't know if I'd do that. How about just a second round
But
pick?
you get a playmaker. Like, that's the thing, though.
How about instead of him,
As
a
many
second
drops
round
as
pick?
he had is, huh? Well, you asked for that too.
Or if you don't like my first scenario, what about trading down to the third pick, Arizona Cardinals?
And
I don't. Arizona's
the
not
Raiders
going to
don't
take a
want Kyler
quarterback.
Murray.
Now, if they wanted to flip spots and give up Kyler and the Raiders take on that contract, I don't think that'd be a terrible play either, though.
I'd rather, if you're going to do that, you might as
I'm
well
just
go to the
throwing out
Dolphins and get
scenarios.
Tua.
I'm not saying they're worthy.
Why?
Absolutely not.
So is Kyler.
Don't.
Freaking Tua is
Oh my god, only because he
garbage.
went to OU.
Kyler is better than Tua. And he has more
What's
wins,
Kyler led the league
more
in?
yards.
What's Tua led the league in?
Kyler led the league in Call of Duty
When?
kill.
Kyler led the league in quarterback rushing.
Yeah. Tua actually led the league
I
in like
don't know. I'm just throwing darts.
yards and stuff. He was actually at one point an MVP candidate. When?
So was Kyler. Kyler was an MVP candidate in like 19.
I'm just saying. I I think the Raiders give Mendoza and
But
Toxic Netty into
but
coming
now
up.
here
I know he says he wants to be a college football coach, but we all know that the ultimate championship is the Super Bowl. So why not just come up with Mendoza? You got Tom Brady. Let's just go win you another one. Show the whole world that you can do it at every level.
here's going to be the most interesting team in the draft:
Huh?
the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns are going to be the more interesting moving around in the draft. You watch what I tell you. They got two first round picks because they made that trade with the Jaguars last year for Jacksonville to get Travis Hunter. They're going to make a play with those first and make some moves, I
Maybe.
believe.
Oh, if you look at these head-to-heads, Brandon, there's no way I'm taking Tua over Kyler. More passing yards, more rushing yards, freaking 26 more rushing TDs. Jeez. One more passing TD. 2,700 more rushing yards. One more Pro Bowl.
Maybe Kyler Murray just
he's
needs a
got
fresh
9
start.
more
Maybe
games
Kyler
played
Murray
than
really does
Tua,
need to go to the Raiders.
which is fine. I'm just saying, like, when
I
Kyler
don't
was
know
with
about
Cliff
rolling.
Kingsbury, they were rolling
Oh, I guess yeah, they were winning there for a
until
while.
he
So he
got
got
hurt.
hurt.
He tore his yeah, they went to the playoffs. Yeah, and he tears his ACL, and then they run Cliff out of town, whatever. But I mean that maybe that's the dynamic is that the Raiders hire Cliff Kingsbury, and he says we're
Are
only
they
doing
hiring
it
Cliff
if we can go
Kingsbury?
get Kyler, and they go get Kyler. I don't know. Who knows what they're doing out there? They're probably going to hire like Bill Parcells,
All right, let's
knowing
play
the
a game.
Raiders.
Let's play a quarterback game.
Rod.
That was my reaction for you, Coach.
Yeah, but I mean, it's the Raiders. Like, what are they doing? Nobody knows.
And of course, I
Not all of
froze.
these are.
Oh, no, I don't. You pull.
Um, we already know where Patrick Mahomes stands. I think that's Cam Ward.
Well, we got Jeff Dunham, Toby Mack, and
Do
Monster
what?
Jam coming up. Brandon, I'm looking at your ad at the bottom of the screen. I said Jeff Dunham, Toby Mack, and Monster Jam. That sounds like an action-packed
Oh,
weekend.
that's at the Paycom. Heck yeah!
Action packed.
All right, let's just rank these.
Yeah.
I mean, the other guy for the Raiders to look at, in my opinion, is Mac Jones.
Is that Mac? I think that's Mac.
See, for me, as a Carolina fan, you drop that name, Coach. I would trade Bryce Young right now if I could get Matt Jones.
No,
First of all,
no, no.
we got
We don't.
Baker
We
way
don't.
too
These
low
are
in
not
there,
ranking.
but that's
Those
fine.
are not the
You do what you
rankings.
got.
These are the quarterbacks that we're going to rank. I'm gonna put
Okay.
Baker up here. Baker's probably too high.
Baker wasn't high enough.
Man, well,
that
the
OU
thing is,
connection.
Baker really is a gunslinger. But the problem is, he's made bad decisions.
It's not just that. Like, my thing is Baker plays through so many injuries, like their offensive line, and he just gets the heck beat out of him, and he just keeps throwing. Mm-mm. You're putting Caleb at
What?
3 and Drake at 2.
Yeah, it is between Drake May and Matthews. It,
Caleb Williams has
it
the
is
least
between Drake May and
interceptions
Matthew
of any
Stafford for the
NFL player in
MVP.
their
What do you
first 2
mean?
years as a quarterback. I don't care. They are like when you talk about
I
them
said
playing
we
the
are going to do this
position, they are
together.
equal.
Tell me where they go. I'm just
I'll
moving
give
them
you
up.
that. Oh,
Oh, we're doing it
I'm
together?
just
I
moving
thought we were
players
just going to
around.
critique
Where are we
Brandon.
putting? Where are we putting Josh Allen?
Josh Allen's tier 1, dude. A guy who scores 30 points in every playoff game and still can't win a Super Bowl, that's not his fault.
I'm going to completely disagree. Let's all say it together. Overrated. Oh. Where were y'all with me on that?
No shot. Josh Allen is a tier 1 quarterback. If you're talking about like tiers and you think like we're using 6 tiers, that means there's 5 guys at each tier. Josh Allen is a top 5 quarterback
Bird?
in the NFL.
I have to agree. I would say there's no halves in here. I would keep him tier 2. I mean, because he hadn't won the Super Bowl and he choked in the playoffs. I mean,
He chokes in the playoffs. My God, the man led game-winning drives, and Patrick Mahomes just goes Houdini and wins games with like 7 seconds left. What's the man supposed to do? He's putting up 30 a game.
all right, we'll put him number 1.
God bless it.
Put him number 1, Brandon.
I can't do that.
Josh Allen.
No,
I can't. You were MVP last year, but you didn't have Lamar, you didn't have Burrow, and you couldn't get it done. For 9 years, you've not been able to get it done. And other than the one game where Patrick Mahomes stole it from you, and I'll give you that Patrick Mahomes stole it from you, dude, you've done nothing but let us down. I cannot put you.
his defenses have given up 30 freaking points a game in the playoffs.
Coach, I love you, animated. I just gotta tell you that.
My God, what is he supposed to? Oh, he still made the AFC Championship game, even though he had to throw for 900 yards and run for another 600 in the first 2 playoff games.
Okay, so if I put Josh Allen tier 1,
All right.
where does it put Drake May?
Drake May's tier 2. He's tier 2. He doesn't have the he's building a resume.
Drake May is about to go play for a Super Bowl. Something Josh Allen
Drake
has
May's
never
turning
done.
the ball over because he has a defense.
To Coach's point, Brandon, it's all about defense.
His defense turned the ball over 5 times. He could still only score 24 points the other day.
If you shut Josh Allen's legs down, you shut Josh Allen down.
Right now,
Drake May is a better passer.
And Josh Allen got absolutely hosed, or else he'd be playing against Drake May right now because Brandon Cooks caught that ball.
I don't disagree with that. I understood how I didn't understand any of that, how they called it. I can't even pretend. That was a blatant bad call. But
I got 4 minutes before I got to go. We got team pictures at 11, and I got to change.
How?
All right, we'll move on from those two. We'll let Brandon have his Drake May.
I don't even think Drake May's up there. I think it's really more like this.
Whatever.
right now,
Good.
Oh my gosh, dude! You hanging out with Willie Nelson? What the frick are you smoking?
When you really put the quarterbacks up here,
Right,
you got
there
Patrick
was a great
Mahomes up
song
here all
move.
by himself. Oh yes,
No,
my bad.
Stafford's up
We
there.
do got Statty. All right, you got Joe Burrow down here, which Joe Burrow's played for a Super Bowl, so I can't put him
Right.
in the same line as. I can't put Joe Burrow in the same line as Josh Allen. Joe
if we were
Burrow
doing
throws
this in a
better,
true
and he's
tier
been to a
system-
Super Bowl.
If we were going to do a true tier system, you'd have 5 guys there, and it would be Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Matthew Stafford, Burrow, and then freaking Jalen Hurts. You keep talking about Super Bowls. He's the only other MF around here who's won one.
All right, Coach, I love you. I gotta admit,
Like what?
I'm gonna sit back here and eat my popcorn. Normally, it's Brandon and I going at it.
Freaking Josh Allen in tier
I think he's
3.
down there. Honest to God,
Golly.
I think this guy. Oh, I went on my wrong screen. I think this guy and this guy are the same guy.
All right, no, here, Brandon. Here's what we're gonna do. Next week, we're gonna do this, and we're gonna have stats and prepare for it. Because I am gonna torch you and just prove some points. Because I can't get behind the Josh Allen hate
I'll do
train
some
over
homework.
here. And I'm gonna give you an opportunity to come to me with some facts. So, hey, I don't want to cut us off. We aren't doing this
I'll
segment
tell you
any
what.
justice
I,
by not
I
having
will.
some
I hate
facts here.
stats.
You're right.
I'm a film guy, but I'll tell you what. Just for you, this week I will do actual homework, and I will out of the 32 starters, I'm gonna break down my tier list, 1 through 32, and let's go. Challenge accepted, my friend.
All right, let's do it. Next week, that's what we'll do. Because at this point, I think that you got hit in the head
I
and
look
you
like
look
Tua
like
right
Tua
now.
right now.
Put my beanie back on. My Lakers beanie where I got a
Y'all will bring it
Oh my
back.
43-year-old acting
god.
like he's 25, playing like he's 25.
All right. So, Brandon, since Coach hit you in the head one too many times
No,
today, are you wearing your
we'll leave that
Guardian
to Romeo
cap?
Dobbs. Future Bear, hey, more power to you.
Future Bear.
I like him. I think he's a good kid. I think he's a good receiver. I like Romeo Dobbs. Jordan Love needs to be looking for that Guardian cap more often. I honestly think it helps
Yeah.
see them better. I don't know why they don't use that to their advantage. But anyway, this episode has been brought to you by Heaven Sent Helmet Gear. Go to hshbgear.com. 15% off, promo code married. W Energy, 10% off, promo code married. Dugout mugs and Styles apparel. We will see you guys next time. Peace.